Hello, everyone. Have you ever wanted to be a detective? Well, today, you're in for a treat. We're going to solve a mystery in our story, Bunny's Big Questions. And you'll see how asking the right kind of questions is the most important clue of all.
But first, let me ask you something. Have you ever lost your most favorite toy? You know, that one special teddy bear or that super fast toy car? Oh, it just feels terrible, doesn't it? Well, that is exactly what happened to our new friend.
So, meet Bunny. He lives in this really big, lovely bungalow called Shanti Sadan right on Gulmohar Lane. But oh no, today is not a good day for Bunny. He has a really big problem. He's looked everywhere, under the bed, inside the toy box, but he just can't find his favorite red toy lorry. Now, Bunny knows that to find his lorry, he's going to need some help. But how does he even ask for it? This is where our whole adventure really kicks off, as we watch Bunny learn how to ask the right questions and solve this mystery. Okay, so just then, Bunny looks outside and spots his friend Rohan playing in the garden. A little thought bubble pops up over Bunny's head. He thinks, Rohan is playing. But hold on a second. Just thinking that doesn't help him find his lorry, right? Nope, it's just a statement. It's not actually asking for any help. So here's the big puzzle for Bunny. How can he change his simple thought, Rohan is playing, into something that will actually get him some help? How does he turn that thought into a proper question? Let's figure this out together. And here it is, the very first secret that all the best detectives know. It's a super special move, and we're going to call it the word flip trick. It's a really simple, almost magical way to turn any old thought into a real question. Look how easy this trick is. So a statement says, Ram is working on a computer. Now, to ask a question, we just flip those first two important words, and it becomes, is Ram working on a computer? Let's try one more. The statement is, the boys are very tall. We just do the flip and, poof! Are the boys very tall? See? It's so simple. So when we ask something like that, we call it a question sentence. And the most important rule for any detective is that it always has to end with this special symbol. Do you know what it's called? That's right. It's a question mark. It's kind of like a full stop, but it's for asking things. Okay, let's break down that word flip trick one more time. Step 1, you start with a totally normal sentence, like, Priya is reading. Step 2, find that special little word, like is, are, or was. And finally, step 3, you just flip it right to the very front, and boom, you got a question. Is Priya reading? This is awesome. Bunny can now ask questions where the answer is yes or no. But wait a minute. To be a really, really good detective, he needs to get more information, doesn't he? I mean, just getting a yes or a no might not be enough to find that lorry. And that brings us to the next level of detective skills. These are the magic question words. You can think of them like special, super tools in a detective's toolkit that can unlock any secret and get you all the details. And here they are, our team of magic words. We've got who, what, where, when, why, how, and which. Every single one is special and helps you find out a totally different kind of clue. Let's see how Bunny can use them. Okay, let's see how Bunny can use these magic words. So instead of just thinking that Rohan is playing, he could use one. He could ask, what are you eating, Rohan? This is a great way to start a conversation. And who knows, it might lead to a clue. See how handy these words are? When Bunny sees his other friend, Priya, he can ask, where is your mother, Priya? Now he's thinking like a true detective, because maybe, just maybe, her mother saw something. He can even use the word when to ask about time. He might ask a friend, "When will you do your work?" That way, he knows exactly when they'll be free to help him search for the lorry together. Smart! Okay, so Bunny has learned the word flip trick, and he knows all about the magic question words. It is time to put it all together. Let's watch as our little super detective gets ready to finally solve the case of the missing lorry. So, Bunny starts practicing his new skills. He sees his friend Neera and thinks, Neera was wearing a bracelet. Quick as a flash, he uses the word flip trick and turns it into a question. Was Neera wearing a bracelet? Then he does it again with another thought. You will go to school tomorrow, and flips it into, will you go to school tomorrow? Wow, he's getting really good at this. And now he's practicing with his magic words. He's taking little bits of clues, like when you go to movie, and he's putting them together to make a perfect question. When will you go to the movie? He's combining all his new skills. It's amazing. And now, it's time for the most important question of all. Bunny feels super confident. He walks right back to his friend Rohan, and using the perfect magic word for this mystery, he asks very clearly, "Where did you last see my red lorry?" And guess what? It worked. Rohan stops and thinks for a second, and then says, "Oh, I remember now. I saw it near the sofa when we were drawing together this morning." Yes, that's the big clue Bunny was waiting for. His detective work paid off. So, Bunny rushes inside, straight to the living room, right to the sofa. And what do you think he finds tucked just under the cushion? His one and only beautiful red toy lorry. Hooray! So, Bunny found his lorry. The mystery is solved. And you know what? It was all because he learned how to stop just thinking things and start asking smart questions. That was the real secret to his success. So let's do a super quick recap of everything we learned from Bunny's big adventure. A sentence that asks something is called a question sentence, and it always needs a question mark. For simple questions, we can use the word flip trick. And to get way more clues, we use our magic words like what and where. Easy peasy. See? Asking questions isn't just useful, it's actually really fun. It turns you into a detective in your own life. So, my question for you is, what new thing will you be curious about and ask a question about today? Go on, be a super detective.